What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are once again back here with one of our final 2K24 rebuilds. 2K25 literally drops next week, and we are still in the LeBron era, and today we would be mistaken if we didn't do a video on this Thunder team back then. Because we all know at one point the Thunder had Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, and James Harden on the same team. Of course, we all know what eventually happened. The Thunder just felt like they couldn't afford all of them, so they shipped James Harden to Houston, and the rest is history on what he became. So we're going to go ahead, jump in, and this time, keep these three guys together, and let's rebuild this 2010 Thunder team and LeBron era. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Of course, this Thunder team doesn't really need much of my help. They are a very good team as it is. They made the finals with these three, of course, with Serge, Russell Westbrook, Harden, Durant. Fortunately, they fell short, and I really like this team because this was right around the time I started to pay attention to basketball just a little bit. I didn't dive too deep just yet, but I remember this team very, very vividly, and I remember how good they were. And of course, unfortunately, they fell flat in the finals, so LeBron James, Miami Heat. But I'm going to go ahead and simulate year number one with this squad the way it is. And then I think my job in free agency is try to surround the best role players possible with Russ, Harden, and Durant. Like, we got to make sure we get the best guys to play next to them. Serge Ibaka, of course, is already a good start. Jeff Green, he's already a great starter as well. But we're going to go ahead, simulate year number one with the roster the way it is right now. We're just going to run a name rotation. Scott Brooks, of course, was the head coach back then. Russ Westbrook usually does really good in the simulation here. He'll probably win MVP. We've seen that already a few times. But let's go ahead, like I said, simulate year one. I know one other thing I want to change is Scott Brooks' proficiency. Post-centric, we're not going to run. So we are going to just change this to a balanced. And we're going to see how this team does. Hopefully, we win a championship in year one, get out of the way, and we can just keep winning because this team is so damn good. Today's video is brought to you by two softwares designed to help you beat the sports books and become a much profitable sports bettor. We're starting off Daily Grind Fantasies Optimizer. So if you play on apps such as PrizePicks, Underdog, or any other of these popular DFS apps, having a tool like this is insanely clutch. And it's a great time to get it because, as we know, the NFL literally starts next week. This is the last Thursday without the NFL. It's an exciting season, and of course, after that, basketball will be starting very soon after that. But as you can see, we already have some huge NFL discrepancies on the board. Now, this is on an app called Dabble. I've kind of talked about them a little bit on this channel before. But basically, as you can see, Lamar Jackson on pass plus rushing yards, over 277 yards. You got one book listing this at 223.5, and then two books at 277.5, as you would be getting the best number. I know 0.5 doesn't seem like that much, but I know DraftKings has this at 275.5, but they could be the outlier here. And then Mahomes over 37 pass attempts, as you can see, every single book at 37.5. But getting a 0.5 discrepancy is massive, and it may not seem like it is, but I promise you, it really can be the difference. It's kind of insane how sharp these books are as setting lines, because especially lately, man, like, it feels like in the MLB, like, guys have gone over by 0.5 on me. Been kind of rough lately, but that's just part of it, and that's how it be sometimes. So you also have a good line on a pitcher strikeouts under 3.5, minus 150, minus 142. And then another tool I absolutely love is OddsJam's Pods VV tool. As you can see, you got the first half total runs over 4.5 at minus 150. If you could take a look, this actually changed already. So as you can see, before it might have been, so minus 150, you had every other book listed as like minus 180, minus 180, minus 210, minus 172. And now they, of course, bumped theirs down to minus 165. Now, that's still the best number, but of course, just not as good. So, if you want to check out either of these softwares that help you find profitable plays to bet on, make sure to check them out. Links are down in the description below. Use my code for percentage off your first month. And of course, I do got to mention PrizePicks as well. PrizePicks is a popular DFS app I'm sure you guys have all heard of. They have so many free squares on the board right now. Caleb Williams and Jalen Milroe is on the board right now. So PrizePicks offers a ton of promos. Which is why it's a really massive way to grow your bankroll right away, especially if you're just starting out. So if you want to check out PrizePicks, link is down in the description below. Use my code Crushables and match first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. Make sure to check them out. Make sure to take advantage of these free squares, man. It's literally free money as long as you can find a good pair, and maybe you can find that with the DGF optimizer. So make sure to check all this out. Link is down in the description below. Other than that, get back to the video. So as I told you, at the end of year one, Russell Westbrook is your MVP. No surprise there. Blake Griffin is your Rookie of the Year. Manu Ginobili, sixth man, Dwight Howard, Defensive Player. Russell Westbrook also wins Most Improved, and Scott Brooks is your Coach of the Year, and JP Fisher is your Executive. But I feel like this Western Conference was damn good because at one point we had a really good record, but we were only the 5th seed. So Russ and Durant both make All-NBA first team. No surprise there. Here's offense first team. We get Russell Westbrook making that as well. And then here's your all rookie teams: Blake Griffin, John Wall. So a lot of fun rookies, obviously, in the NBA now. But we end up as the first team in the West. So I was kind of curious at what these standings were looking like. So yeah, as you can see, it was a very competitive West. Yeah, 56 wins there, 57, 52, 58. So it looks like the division thing is fully in effect. I didn't realize that was a rule back then. That's crazy. I didn't even know that was a thing. So take a look at, unless if it's just 2K bug, and I don't know. But take a look at the player stats. You had 32 from Durant, 27 from Russell Westbrook, only 13 from James Harden. Of course, James Harden never became the scorer he was until he got... As I was saying, James Harden didn't become the scorer until he got to Houston. I was I had to sneeze in the middle of that sentence. Yeah, Jeff Green with 12, 11 and 10, and also 3 blocks from Serge Ibaka, if you guys remember him being called that. So let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Memphis Grizzlies in round 1. I'm pretty sure the Thunder played this team in a series back then. I could be mistaken, but let's go ahead and select current round against the Grizzlies. They do win game 1. We are going to win the rest of the series, and now we get Dallas. So Dallas is going to be a fun matchup because, of course, they got Dirk, they got Chandler, Jerome Butler, Jason Terry, Jason Kidd, Sean Marion. Like, I think this is the year the Mavericks won the championship too. So we could rewrite history here if we were able to eliminate them, and we do. Just like that, we beat them. And now we get to play the LA Lakers. So Derek Fisher, Kobe Bryant, Ron Artest, Lamar Odom, and Pau Gasol. So this will be fun. Somebody come around against the Lakers, and we are down 3-1. So maybe we're not ready to beat Kobe just yet. Unfortunately, we might get Derrick Rose versus Kobe in the finals, which is interesting. And it is going to go to Derrick Rose and the Bulls. So that's another team we probably should do before 2K25 drops. So we might consider doing MVP Derrick Rose if you guys want to see that. But let's go ahead and get straight into the draft lottery, historic changes as we know, and then the draft lottery. So I don't think this is going to matter for us. We don't have a draft pick. I don't imagine we do, unless we have it from some trade. You know, Sam Presti wasn't on his draft pick binge back then, I don't think. But you got 29 in this draft, so we can still get a player that we recognize in this draft for sure. So Scott Brooks. We're going to go ahead and fill out this coaching staff, and I'll see you guys on draft night with who we're going to take with that very late pick. So let's go ahead and skip straight to the 29th pick in this draft, and let's see who we select. So we got Corey Joseph, we got Isaiah Thomas, so we could take Mr. Relevant back then when, of course, he was drafted very last. Outside of that, I don't think I really recognize any of these names, so we pretty much have to choose between Corey Joe or Isaiah Thomas. So which one do we want? I think it's probably better to take... I know Isaiah Thomas, of course, is probably the guy to take, but I feel like Corey Joseph would be the better fit, weirdly enough. I don't know. I'm going to take Corey Joseph. Maybe unpopular, but I'm going to take Corey Joe. I feel like he'd be the better fit for this team because we just have enough scoring as it is. So Isaiah Thomas was, I guess we made the right decision because Isaiah Thomas was a little bit worse. We get the better player. Kyle Singler, of course, who I think was taken by the Thunder in this draft. Corey Joseph, we got him, and then we're going to accept literally every single, actually, yeah, we can accept every single one of these. So we're going to accept all these, and then qualifying offers. Daquan Cook and Jeff Green are both free agents. Probably 2 guys I want to bring back. Both really solid players that could be good role players for us. And then free agency. I know I've always seen the Thunder just go after, like, and I think we got to bring back Thunder legend Nick Collison as well. But yeah, the Thunder usually just go sign Zebo, I've noticed. But I don't think I'll do that today. So yeah, we could go get him. But I don't want to get Zach Randolph. I'd rather, like I said, spend my money on guys that fit next to Russ, Harden, Durant, and Ibaka. So... starting power forward being Jeff Green isn't the worst thing in the world. Cephalosha, I don't mind him, of course, as well. Maynor, I mean, I don't know if he'll develop any. He's 24, so he might go up in overall. Corey Joseph probably won't be ready to play next year, but maybe a little bit of a G League stint would do him good. So I think we can get a good backup 5. That's kind of what I want. So let's see who that could be. So backup 5, that's not gonna, break the bank. So Kendrick Perkins, who I believe played for the Thunder, if I'm not mistaken, but of course not to this point. Yao Ming, a little bit older, Foster, Greg Oden. So we might have to go for K Perk because he's obviously the cheapest possible option at 26 years old. So yeah, I think that's going to be the guy we go for, unfortunately. I would have loved to have gotten somebody different because I believe I got him in a video recently, but he's the best bang for our buck right now. All right, so power forwards we could sign as well. We do have Thaddeus Young, who is restricted, unfortunately. Jeff Green, who we're going to bring back. So we can go ahead and just give him a deal right now. And then can I sign a different forward as well? I want to see if I can sign another forward. So Al Horford would be fun, but not going to go for that. Mike Dunleavy, Landry Fields, Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes would actually be a solid get, I think. So we're going to go ahead and go for Matt Barnes as well and see if we can afford that. So Jeff Green, K Perk, and Matt Barnes in free agency. And that would renounce Nick Collison, which I hate to do, but He is a little bit worse than overall, and I think we can get him back on a minimum contract anyway. So we're going to get all those guys, which is great. So we use our money wisely, I believe. And then can we still get Nick Collison? Oh, we still have money to sign another good player, which is nice. So, and of course, Daquan Cook is somebody we're still potentially waiting on. So Matt Barnes, I really like that addition to the team. And then I think we look for a power forward. I know we could just sign Daquan Cook back, but if we can get like a Jared Dudley or, yeah, I think Jared Dudley would be fantastic on this team. 43% shooting from 3 last year. I'm going to go for Jared Dudley. That might make us renounce Daquan Cook, which sucks, but I think Dudley would be the guy to go for, although Daquan Cook did good as well. But I'm going to go for Dudley and bring him to OKC. So we bring some really good role players, role-playing talent around to, around Russ, Harden, and Durant, and Ibaka, which is what we wanted to do. So now we can go straight to player progression and see what this is going to look like. So we got Kevin Durant up to a 96. You got Harden up to an 87. Ibaka 84. Dudley is up. Barnes is up. Perkins is up. Maynard is up. And so is Otto Field. So we're about to go into year number 2. I'll show you guys a rotation, but I got to load this draft class really quickly. And I can't just load 2Ks because, as you guys know, 2Ks draft classes aren't good because they don't have the rights to some people, and it is just trash. The starting 5 stays the exact same, other than, of course, Harden progressed a lot. Durant went up a little bit as well. And I think Russ might have stayed the same, if I'm not mistaken. But Dudley is now starting, actually. So I guess there's a little bit of a difference. So Dudley starting at the 4. Ibaka is still at the 5, or Ibaka. Jeff Green, Matt Barnes, Kendrick Perkins, and Cephalosha. I mean, that's a damn good bench. I'm very excited about this bench. And we're going to send Corey Joseph to the G League because he should be ready to play next year, which is going to be fun to have him join the rotation. So I'm excited to see how year 2 goes. Year 1 went great. Unfortunately, lost to the Lakers in the conference finals. But this year, we're hoping that we can turn this bad boy around and get ourselves into the NBA finals and potentially win a championship. Off to a great start here already. So another MVP award for Russell Westbrook. 30 and 12 from him. Kyrie Irving, Rookie of the Year in Minnesota. Goran Dragic, 6th man. Dwight Howard, Defensive Player in Orlando. Ty Lawson, Most Improved. Scott Brooks, Coach of the Year at 68 and 14. Almost 170 games. No surprise there. I mean, like I said, we start off with a damn good team. What could you expect? So here's John B. first team. Russell Westbrook making it. Durant makes it all NBA third team. So that's great to see. Offensive first team. You got Russ there again. And then here, all defensive second team. All Ricky first team. Kyrie's on the Timberwolves. Clay's on the Bucks. Kawhi's on the Raptors. So he goes where he won a championship at one point. And his Cancer's in Detroit. Vucevic is in New York. You got Joe Val in Utah, Jimmer Fredette in LA, Brandon Knight, Atlanta, Derek Williams, Sacramento, and Denver, Kenneth Faried. Okay. Well, we end up as the first seed in the Western Conference. No surprise there, as we won 68 games, as we all saw. 30 points from Russell Westbrook, 29 from Durant. So Harden definitely progresses scoring a little bit with 19 points per game. He only averaged 13 last year. Jeff Green with 12, 9 from Jared Dudley, 8 from Serge Ibaka, 7 from Matt Barnes, 4 from Perk, and then 3 from Thabo Cephalosha. So let's go ahead and see how we do. We get New Orleans in round 1, who have Chris Paul, Ariza, David West, Okafor, Alec Burks, Nick Collison. So, oh my gosh, I forgot to get Nick Collison back. What am I doing, bro? Man, I messed up, man. I apologize. All right, well, let's go ahead and see if we can beat our former Thunder brother. We do beat him pretty easily. So now we get to play the Golden State Warriors, who have Steph, Monte Ellis, Mike Denley, Duro, right? They got Thompson. I think he was a rookie. TJ Ford, Jeff Foster, Reggie Evans, and Ronald Turner. So their bench kind of falls off a little bit. They have Stephen Curry, I'm aware, but hopefully we can beat them. So let's go ahead. Somebody come around against. Ooh, whoa. Stephen Curry might be just a little too powerful for us. I did not expect to be down 3-0 in round 2 to the Warriors like this. I thought their team was not good enough, but I am dead wrong. We are about to get swept by this team. So, never mind. I'm not getting swept, at least. We do win 1. Man, we got to win this series because if we lose, Durant's going to the Warriors like he did. That little freaking snake. No, I'm just kidding. But let's go ahead and maybe we can come back from 3-0. It's not impossible. Of course, 2K loves 3-0 comebacks for some reason. Like, they're very uncommon and never have happened. But 2K, they think that's going to happen all the time in their game. So let's go ahead and see if we can win this Game 6 to force the Game 7 back to OKC. We had a close one there, but it looks like the Warriors might close us out here in 6. So unfortunately for us, Stephen Curry was just too much to handle. Really sucks. We got the Warriors going on and win it all. So Steph must have just been on different. I mean, he shot 100% from free throw line, 52% from 3. What can you really do? Man was an animal. So player retirements, Jason Kidd retires, Steve Nash retires, and Andre Miller retires in Portland. Okay, So we have a Stephen Curry problem. And hopefully Durant's not a free agent because he's going to the Warriors right now if that's the case. But let's go ahead. Rockets #1 via the Knicks, it looks like. And then we have the Clippers pick at 25. So even back then, the Thunder owned the Clippers picks, I guess. I didn't realize that. But staff signing, got Brooks. I mean, do we fire him based off just, losing in the second round like that? Like, do we need to get... Mike D'Antoni is interesting. I mean, imagine what he could do with this Thunder squad. I might go for him, bro. Let's go for Mike D'Antoni. We're going to fire Scott Brooks. We're going to bring in Mike D'Antoni to be the head coach here in Oklahoma City. We got Byron Scott as well, but Mike D'Antoni is who I have my eyes on. If I can freaking find him, where'd he go? There he is. Phil Jackson. Wow. Phil Jackson would be crazy as well. But our Scott Brooks, who actually had really good grades, so I don't know if it was really his fault. Give me the GOAT, though. You know what? I wanted Mike D'Antoni, but give me the GOAT himself, Phil Jackson, to be our head coach. Why not? And then let's grab Mr. Lascelles Thompson, and he'll be our assistant. So that's a great start. So pretty good coaching staff. Hopefully, that can lead to something great. We have a late pick in this 2012 draft class. So let's go ahead and see. So 25 and 29 and a second round pick. Do we want to try to trade up? We could. I don't know if we'd be able to get any. I mean, this 2012 draft class kind of falls off a little bit, so I don't know if we'll get anybody that good regardless. Let's just go ahead and jump in and see if we even see real players at this point. So 25, we have Festus Ezeli and Will Barton, so we can go Ezeli here. If Will Barton falls to us, we're smashing that pick, and he does not. He goes a pick before us. Okay. Perry Jones, Tyshawn Taylor, JaMychal Green is like the one name. Mike Scott, Justin Holiday. I guys give me Justin Holiday, so we'll go ahead and take those two, and I'll let the assistant GM take wherever they want in round 2, because at that point, probably be just an auto-generated dude, and that is an auto. If that's not an auto-generated dude, then I don't know. So Festus Ezeli and Holiday will be our picks. Player retirements, or sorry, player signings, not retirements. Griffin and Bradley we could decline. Harden and Ibaka and Maynard we can accept as well. And then qualifying offers. Russ is a free agent, and is Durant a free agent as well? No, it's just Russell Westbrook. So of course, no brainer here. We got to re-sign Russell Westbrook. So let's just go ahead and take care of that. So Russ is going to be re-signed. No questions asked there. And do we have money to do anything else? So we do have money to sign like Barbosa if we wanted to. Marcus Camby. He's a little older now. So Corey Joseph will probably join the rotation. Cephalosha, Matt Barnes, Jared Dudley, Perkins. So, I mean, I'm kind of just banking on... And this team is good. Like, I don't really know if there's much else we need to do. We added a couple young players. I mean, in theory, we could make like a big trade if we wanted to. But let's just go see what player progression is looking like. So, we got Durant up to a 97. I mean, Harden's a 91 as well. Russell Westbrook is up, and Ibaka is up to an 85. I guess one thing we could do is we could move Ibaka to power forward. I guess he wasn't shooting that much back then, but of course, you don't really need him to shoot. Eventually, he did develop that into his game. But if we played Ibaka at the 4 and got like a really good 5, I feel like that would make us borderline unstoppable. So maybe I look into that. We could trade one of Jeff Green or Jared Dudley and some other salaries to try to see if we can get like a good center in the building. That might be what I go for here to just make this team even more unstoppable. So I have my eyes set on a potential center, and that is going to be Roy Hibbert. I mean, the man back then was damn good. Of course, he fell off a cliff eventually, but I think we can get him at his great point, and that would be awesome for this team. So I think I have enough money to match his salary as well. So how we're going to do this is we're going to have to trade one of Jeff Green or Jared Dudley. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be Jeff Green just because he's making a little bit more money, and Jared Dudley can space the floor, and I just value that a little bit more. Jeff Green, and we need a little bit more money in here. So we do have a couple guys, of course, we just signed or drafted. So we have Eric Maynard, and let's say we threw in Justin Holiday. I don't know if that's gonna make this happen or not, but I'm gonna offer this anyway. And they do agree. So just like that, we get Roy Hibbert. So this is gonna move Serge Ibaka to the 5. He's gonna go down 1 overall, but I really like the idea of running this. So Russell Westbrook, Corey Joe, Harden Cephalosha, Matt Barnes Durant, Ibaka Dudley, and then Roy Hibbert and Kendrick Perkins. So that looks damn good to me. Corey Joseph is up to 75, and I really like this team going to year 3. So I feel pretty confident that I think this could be a championship year finally. Should have been one already, but we just haven't gotten lucky enough, I guess. But hopefully, with adding Roy Hibbert to the squad, makes us that much better. Maybe a 70-win season loading up. We have a new head coach as well. So we're going to see how this goes. Obviously, hoping for some great luck here. So Russ Westbrook has won 3 MVP awards in a row now, which is fun and exciting to see. But the ultimate thing we want to see is a championship. So Russ also, or no, that was already we already saw that. But Pollard is your executive of the year, aka me. Just kidding. I mean, that really belongs to Sam Presti because, of course, he drafted all of these guys, and I just added a few role players, but whatever. So coach of the year goes to Phil Jackson, and Fred Pollard, executive, I guess, but that would be Sam Presti if they're able to play him in the game. So Russ Westbrook, All-NBA first team once again. Durant, All-NBA third. Yep, so Durant's on there. Does Harden make one? No. So Harden, of course, not here either. But offensive first team, Russ again. And Russ All-NBA first team, as we already saw. Okay, Denver round one. So, of course, there's no Nikola Jokic then, so we don't got to deal with Jokic. But, yeah, as you can see, Harden really progresses scoring up to 22, 26, and 20.5. So, of course, I'm hoping this team is unstoppable. That's kind of the game plan. I'm hoping to go all the way to the finals. So, the Warriors are still potentially in our way if we're able to see them. So, Ty Lawson, Chauncey, Carmelo, Nene, Chris Anderson, Kenneth Faried, Al Harrington, Tyler Zeller, and Ronaldo, Balkman or whatever. Well, more. Okay. Hopefully we don't lose in round one to Denver. Something around against Carmelo and the Nuggets, and we are going to beat them. And we do get to play the Grizzlies this time. So we don't have to deal with the Warriors. So no Stephen Curry that just goes nuclear and beats us. We get Memphis, which I believe we beat them already. So hopefully we could just kind of do that again. We never truly know. Somebody come around against Memphis, and we're up 3-1. And we are going to beat them in 5. So we're back at the conference finals, this time hoping to actually advance. Kobe and the Lakers beat us last time, and we get Portland. So, of course, Portland is a fun team. They got Kemba Walker, Brandon Roy, Wesley Matthews, Aldridge, and Greg Oden. So this is a damn good team with Batum. Mikal Bridges, just kidding, it's Mike Bridges. Daquan Cook left us to go to Portland. So this is a good team. This is a damn good team. But I feel as we are better. Brandon Roy is only averaging 11 points per game. That feels very wrong. But okay, Kemba's averaging 17. Wesley, I would assume Aldridge is doing all the work. So yeah, no one's really averaging 20 on this team, which is kind of wild to think about. All right, well, here goes nothing. Hopefully we get to the finals for the first time in this video. It's kind of weird that this would be the first time, but game 1 goes to us. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, we're up. Game 4, 3-1, and it looks like we're going to the finals. We finally get there. Okay, Washington or Miami? That's kind of interesting. So Miami has got a 69 overall point guard and a 74 center. I'm kind of curious to see what the Wizards are looking like. So the Wizards beat the Miami Heat. So who do the Wizards get that makes them a finals team right now? Kind of weird. Let's see. Let's see it. John Wall, was he on? Yeah, I think it's John. Oh, so John Wall, Nick Young, Danny. All right, boys, I'm going to be honest. I don't see it. How did this team make the NBA finals? I have no clue. Is John Wall just that much of a dog? 22. Nick Young's averaging 23, shooting 47% from 3. Danny Wise, Trevor Booker, Marcus Camby, a 38-year-old Marcus Camby is locking down guys in the paint. I don't understand. Okay. If we don't beat this team to win a championship, I'm going to be very, very disappointed. So game 1 goes to us. Game 2, 2-0. So far, so good. And game 3. So yeah, I mean, this was the easiest team we could have potentially seen in the finals. Like, how is this team in the finals right now? I have no idea. But we are going to end the video off with some gameplay because, you know, I could keep going, but at this point, I'm just ready for 2K25. That's where I'm at. So we're just kind of going through the motions right now, getting some of these throwback rebuilds, and we're going to jump in with like a minute 50. Nothing crazy. So we're going to jump in and play a little bit. We're up big, so like it's not like I need to clutch up or anything. Like I could just mess around here and we'll be just fine. I'm playing on the old Wizards court, which is pretty badass, not going to lie. It's kind of cool to see stuff like this. So I'm going to get a screen from K Perk, and we're going to see if we can just dunk. Boom, just like that. We take it up another notch. So John Wall has, wow, Russ has 24 points and 22 assists tonight. Damn. Okay, Russ. John Wall has the ball. Durant is going to leave his man to help me. Nick Young. Great defense by Harden. We're going to get the stop there. Love that. All right, let's go to James Harden now. Let's see if we can cook with James Harden here. Ooh, Durant is cutting. I got to take that. Durant dunk. Let's go. W, 130-98. This is all but over, of course, but just kind of playing around a little bit here to end this one. So John Wall is going to bring up the ball again. I'm going to leave him a little bit. Nick Young. I mean, like I said, round of applause for this Wizards team making it all the way. I'm just kind of shocked that they made it this far. Andre Blatch is going to pass it back to Nick Young. We're going to foul Nick Young, unfortunately. So he's going to go to the line. I believe it's only going to be 2, though, so no big deal. Nick Young's going to make the first one. I'm assuming they're going to take out our starters now because this game is over. So we get to play with Corey Joseph a little bit, I guess. All right. Let's see if I can cook with Mr. Corey Joe. All right, so yeah, this is all reserves, basically. You got some of our bench pieces are out here. So K Perk's going to give me a screen. Maybe could have taken a 3 with Corey Joseph. Let's just take a 3 with Jared Dudley. So 3 Jared Dudley, and just like that, we're gonna splash that 133 to 100. That felt very smooth. Jared Dudley's jumper, I liked it. John Wall, gonna get a screen from, I believe that's Andre Blatch. He's gonna give it back to him, and he's gonna take the layup, and he's gonna make it. It didn't look like that was about to go in for a second. But we are up 31-8 from Serge Ibaka. And then Andre Blatch, I didn't even really see what it... ooh, I can... Nope, that's way too deep. Do I just take another 3 with Dudley? No, he's going to close out a little bit. Let's give it to Cephalosha. Let's let Cephalosha cook. Talbo Cephalosha is going to pass it back to Jared Dudley. This possession is going nowhere quickly. You know what? Screw it. Corey Joseph, midi. And we're going to... Oh, I thought we were about to get the offensive rebound. Okay. So this is about to be the last possession here, and we won the championship. So John Wall going to have the ball, and he is going to see if he can cook us. 19 seconds left on the clock. I'm going to play some great defense, and we're going to get the stop. That's what we needed. Okay. Do I shoot it? Do I be... I have no sportsmanship and shoot this ball? Screw it. No, there's no up and shot. I'm just going to leave it. Just kidding. I'm going to shoot it. Cephalosha from 3. Not going in. All right, boys. We're going to end it on that note. We bring home a championship for this Thunder team. Obviously, one of the easier tasks to do. It's not like I did anything spectacular today, but I do feel good about the team we built. I think getting Roy Hibbert was, you know, really necessary because we just kept losing, which was surprising to me. I thought we'd win a championship 3 in a row, potentially, but I will take it in the 3rd year. Phil Jackson comes over to the Thunder. We bring home a championship, get him another ring. All right, and Russell Westbrook, of course, is going home. Oh, wow. They got... the other commissioner here. Why can I not think of his name at the moment? My mind is going blank. David Stern. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. But, all right. I'm ending it there. Thank you guys for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.